What's up guys, Xbox Kid here, and we got a review for you today of Banjo-Tooie, the Xbox Live Arcade version. Many of you may remember this is the game that was released back in 2000 or 2001 in Europe, but it still holds up reasonably well on Xbox Live Arcade, and once again, Rare and 4J Studios improved the graphics quite a bit, as you can see right here. Though the improvements to the graphics do seem a bit less noticeable than in Kazooie, it is reasonably sharper and once again stretched to a nice crisp, widescreen resolution. The story in the game picks up 2 years after the events of Banjo-Kazooie, in which, spoiler alert, Banjo and Kazooie knocked her off her tower, and she remains buried in the ground, waiting for her sisters to come rescue her, which they do. Basically, she gets out, kills Bottles, the nice mole who taught you all your moves from the first game, and basically leaves you helpless, destroying much of Spiral Mountain, your home. It's up to you to get revenge upon Gruntilda and knock her bony body out once and for all. On your quest for revenge, you're going to meet several new characters, such as this guy here, Jam Jars, who's going to teach you all the new moves. He's actually Bottles' brother and is just as much out to get Gruntilda as you are. Though he doesn't seem too sad, it's kind of weird. There's also Jiggy Wiggy, who'll handle all your Jiggy collecting from now on. Go to his temple, use your Jiggies, and you can put together puzzles that'll unlock the worlds. 8 of them to be exact. One less than Kazooie, but much, much bigger. Much bigger worlds, with much more to do in them, as you can see here. Some of the new moves include separating Banjo and Kazooie. This is the biggest change in the game, possibly. Banjo and Kazooie each have their own move sets when you separate them. Banjo, for example, does many moves using his backpack, while Kazooie, of course, predictably, uses her wings a lot. Overall, the new moves are very good and cool, really cool and fun to use. Though a lot of them will only be used in specific instances, mostly Banjo's. And overall, even though Kazooie gets new moves, they're only used in a couple instances, so it seems like it wasn't taken quite as far as it could have been. Overall, though, it was great. Now, while Mumble retires from transforming you into monsters, his ability is replaced by a different shamaness, who will actually transform you into tons of new creatures, including the dinosaur you were promised in the original. Mumbo now is actually a playable character, and he'll perform several songs for you that'll basically give Banjo and Kazooie special abilities or alter certain things in the world that you're in. And he's a fairly fun character to use, but he's only used really specifically for doing these tasks. Outside of that, much like the creatures you can transform into, there's really not much use for them. Just like in the original Banjo-Tooie, there's also multiplayer, though for some reason, I don't know why, Rare has decided not to make it online and maybe add a couple other players. It's weird, but it is a nice little distraction, and, you know, doing a little quiz with your friends never really gets old if you can find some people to play it with you. Overall, the multiplayer is pretty good, as well as the single player. This makes Banjo-Tooie my favorite in the entire Banjo-Kazooie series. And overall, this is a game that you should really pick up. For 1,200 points, you should pick this up. Or if you can't get the 360 version, pick up the Nintendo 64 version. Now, I could go on and on about all the new stuff that was added in the sequel, and how great the Xbox Live Arcade port is, but I think I'll just cut it short here and tell you that this is just overall a great game, and you should really pick it up. No matter what it takes, pick this game up. It's great, you'll really enjoy it, and I honestly can't really think of a better platformer. I mean, a lot of people argue, Mario Galaxy, but I honestly still say this is the greatest platformer ever made, and you should definitely pick it up. I'm going to give this game a 9.8 out of 10, and the only reason is that the port has a fault or two in it, such as in the opening cutscene where the audio is out of sync for some reason. But other than that, this is my favorite in the entire series, and you should definitely download this one. Enjoy!